Can I just say, look, amazing.
Thank you.
Wow. I mean, super impressed because
So good to see you.
I haven't seen you in a while.
I know,
So,
I know.
welcome back.
Thank you so much.
And of course, Marie will be along at 11 with Dan, but I wanted Kat to come out and first introduce everybody to yourself, and then let's go through what they get with this great pack up today.
Well, what's so great about this is Marie said, you know what, so often we wait until January for our New Year's resolutions, but what if everybody started now and started losing weight? And I remember 15 years ago when I was still heavy, I didn't know what to do. I thought I had tried every weight loss program under the sun, and a friend, I was working at a news station, he saw me on the air, and he had a friend that had been successful on Nutrisystem, and he said, have you tried Nutrisystem? And I was like, you know what, I've tried everything. And I went ahead and said, you know what, let me check the box. Let me go ahead and try Nutrisystem. And I didn't really know what to expect.
Yeah.
And I was someone who had a weight problem my entire life. I was a heavy child.
We have to show the pants real quick.
Yeah, a heavy adolescent. I mean, at one point, my weight got up to 240 pounds. And I didn't know what to expect when I tried it. So the first meal, I was like, wait a minute, this is really good. And I'm not even used to eating breakfast. Nutrisystem got me eating breakfast.
Yeah.
Then I'm eating lunch. Then I had a snack. Then I had dinner. Then I was just like, wow, this is good. How am I going to lose weight eating all this food? The first week I get on the scale, I was like, what? And you've been on the program before. You get on the first week, you're like, let me get off, let me get back on.
Yeah, wait, is that right?
And then about 3 weeks later, I was like a full pant size smaller. By the 6 weeks, people in my office were like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And then I lost 45 pounds. And I
Wow.
always come, you know, I got to bring the pants.
Got to bring the pants, here they are.
Bring the pants. This is what I was wearing on my summer vacation right before I started the program.
You could fit all of you in one leg.
Yep.
Now.
And you know what? Like, I've been coming here a minute. So I was, 34 when I was wearing these?
Yeah.
I'll be 50 in April.
Yeah.
I'm in better shape
now
at almost 50 than I was in my 40s, than I was in my 30s, than I was in my 20s. And it's thanks to Nutrisystem.
Okay, so first of all, let me say our testimonial line is open. You are a big part of our presentation, so please call us. We'd love to hear from you if you've had success with Nutrisystem or if you're ordering it today, tell us your story. But let's go through what everybody's going to get, because this is a auto delivery plan. You can get a one-time shipment if you'd like, but we recommend the auto delivery, which will give you 5 total shipments. In your first shipment, let's start down here, Kat. They're getting what's called the Nutrisystem Fast 5. And
that's right.
For the first week, we only want you to open that box.
That's right. I'm going to walk around here so everybody can see it. So everything is in this box. And the reason it's called Fast 5 is because you can lose up to 5 pounds in your first week following the first week on the Nutrisystem program.
Awesome.
Everything you need for that first week is in here. Your breakfast, your lunches, your dinners, your turbo shakes, and your NutriCurb bars. Everything is here. And the reason Nutrisystem wanted to create that is because you want to see results that first week.
It motivates you,
Yes.
it jumpstarts your metabolism,
right.
and it gets you set for success. So that's why it's included. And again, it's only included at QVC. You cannot get it elsewhere if you get Nutrisystem from the infomercials or from the website. You can only get it here because we want to set you guys up for the greatest success. And then you're getting in the big box that when you finish with this one, now you can open the rest, the next 3 weeks of all of your meals and your snacks and your shakes.
That's right.
And
So
it's all good.
All good. Your breakfast. So Fast 5 is 7 days. Now you move into what we call the weekends off program. So it's your breakfasts, your lunches, your dinners, like Carolyn said, your shakes, your snacks and desserts for 5 days. You're thinking, well, wait, what do I do for the other 2 days?
Yeah.
You get to go out with your friends and family. And you know what? Nutrisystem is so confident in their program that if you're following the program, you can still have that flexibility.
Yeah.
And what I love about it is you start putting those healthy habits, those portion control habits into play the very first week while still losing weight.
Fantastic. So really, it's everything you need. You may want to go to the store, and it comes with a guide, but look, we're not just leave you hanging. It comes with a great book. It's also a little diary. You can keep track of everything you're eating. It also gives you tips on what to eat when you go out to a restaurant if you're doing that. It also gives you little tips on what you might need to add from the grocery store. Well, let's go over here. Let's just go over here and show everything. So
here's
you
the
want to get
book
some
that you were
like
talking about.
salad and fresh veggies and things that don't have any calories that you can certainly add to your Nutrisystem meals.
That's right, because, you know, it's about eating fresh fruits and vegetables. How often have we gone on those other programs where they're like, you can't have fruit? Well, who wants to go for weeks on end not having fruit? You can't have this, you can't have that. With Nutrisystem, you're eating everything, but just in proper portions.
So again, if you are choosing the Nutrisystem plan from us, not only is it an exclusive configuration, but but you're saving a lot of money. So if sold separately, the shipments 2 to 5 would be $258.49, $225.98 here at QVC, and also free shipping. We showed on the previous screen, it's a little even more expensive for the first box if you choose it separately because there's more stuff. You get the Fast 5 in there. So it's a great value either way. Shipping saves you $18.72 per shipment. This price breaks down here at QVC to about $11.30 per day for everything. That's all you're spending. Now, what do you spend at the grocery store for one day of food?
What do you spend at the coffee shop for coffee
like
and a muffin?
Yeah, right. So this is $11 and change per day, or per meal it breaks down to less than $4. So let's just kind of look at some examples. And let me reiterate, I'm going to start here with the shakes because this big canister of shakes was never included before, I think, the spring. And you always had to buy your shakes separately if you wanted enough to go around for the entire month. This is included. And in your first shipment, I guess you get the chocolate, then we switch to vanilla.
Yes.
But it comes even in your first shipment. So you guys, in your first box, you get all the shakes and the Fast 5.
That's right.
And then you get the next 3 weeks of your food as well. And speaking of that food,
it's so
let's kind of talk about what you get.
Well, the thing is, you're eating all day long on Nutrisystem. So we've already talked about first 5. So let's talk about once you move into the weekends off.
Okay.
So here are your breakfasts. And how often do we say, like, I can't lose weight, but I don't understand it because I'm not eating anything. I don't even eat breakfast. Well, there's a reason that Mom said it's the most important meal of the day. It gets you jump started.
Yeah.
So maybe you want to have oatmeal,
Yum.
or maybe you want to have a banana muffin, or maybe you're in a hurry, so you want to grab a bar. Marie loves these chocolate muffins, and she likes to put them in the microwave for about 10 seconds, get them all ooey gooey. And you just mentioned those shakes. Those shakes aren't meal replacements. How about having a chocolate shake and a chocolate muffin for breakfast?
Yum. And it's not teeny little smidgely bites of things.
Right.
You're going to feel full, but you're not going to be putting on the calories because a lot of what makes us feel full is empty calories.
Empty calories.
You get sugar spikes, then you get a sugar crash, then you want to eat more sugar. Also, a lot of the prepackaged foods out there are very high in sodium. These are not. So we're taking care of watching out for your sodium and watching out for the wrong kind of carbs.
That's right. And also what Nutrisystem has done is they've taken all the guesswork. If you're seeing here on the breakfast, everything is color-coded in orange.
Okay.
This is the guidebook that Carolyn spoke about a moment ago. Inside the guidebook, take a look at that. Look at the color coding. There's breakfast in orange. You're going to have a mid-morning snack. Now let's move on to lunch.
Okay.
Lunch is color coded in blue. Maybe you're in a hurry, so you want to have a bar and a salad. Like Carolyn said, you're adding fresh fruits and vegetables that you're getting yourself at the grocery store. Maybe you have a little bit more time. It only takes 2 minutes to make these mashed potatoes. Put them on some vegetables.
Love it.
Or maybe you want to have some soup. Then let's move on to dinner, which is color coded in red. How about pizza? How about burgers? How about chicken pot pie?
Oh my gosh, how about all of it?
How about all of it?
Delicious.
And then every night a snack or dessert, which is color-coded.
And the snacks are so good, you guys. If you have a crunch craving, which I always do, don't open that bag of chips because one time, once it's open, you're going to eat them all. Get just the right, it's also portion control, you have to remember. And you're getting that delicious crunch craving satisfied, or sweets cravings too.
And you know what? I went to the movies the other day. I've been watching everything online, but I was like, I'm going to go to the movies. Carolyn, when did it start costing $30 to go to the movies? I mean, like popcorn now at the movies costs $10, $12.
Yeah.
So now I bring my Nutrisystem popcorn. It's not loaded with fat. I don't feel guilty. And like you said, this isn't 12 servings in a bag. This is, you get to have the
whole bag. Just
bag.
You. No sharing.
Just you.
Just for you.
And if you're thinking, wait a minute, that sounded like a lot. Like, I don't know how to, what if I get, lost? Like, look on the back of the meal planner guide. There's a toll-free number on the back with nutritional counselors standing by. You can call this number anytime you want for as long as you're in the program, as many times as you want. Even on weekends off, or maybe during the week, a business function comes up and you're thinking, well, what do I eat? Call that number and say, this is what's going on. Talk me through it, people. And they'll do it.
So you do it all from home. No meetings to go to, no having to go check in with somebody.
Right.
If you want to check in with somebody, the number is on the back of the booklet and you can call anytime. And speaking of calls, our testimonial line is open and we've got our first caller. It's Nathan, who is calling from California. Hi, Nathan. Good morning. It's early for you. Thanks for calling.
Good morning. I'm a person who works nights, so it's one of the things I just happen to fit in real well with this program, with this plan.
Fantastic.
So, like, how much weight have you lost on the Nutrisystem program?
42 pounds since April.
Wow.
Oh, that's great.
So let me repeat. He said 42 pounds since April. And did you ever think that was possible, Nathan? My goodness, that's quite successful.
And I will tell you the story that when they asked for a program goal, I said, 200 pounds, because I thought, well, I'll never weigh 200 pounds from this program.
Yeah.
But I'm well below that, and I'm still losing weight. We're
How
still on the
about
program. It's been wonderful. It's been simple. It's easy to follow. And with my wife and I working together, I've dropped off my blood pressure medication, and everything's going great.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It really is. And we can't make any medical claims about the program. We tell everyone to check with their doctor before starting. But what has your doctor said about your weight loss, your 42 pounds down so far?
Like I said, I dropped off my blood pressure medication. It all started because my doctor told me, hey, you just need to lose some weight, buddy.
Yeah. And I think
never really thought, I could lose that much weight. If you'd have asked me, could you lose 42 pounds? I would have said, no way. There's no how I could lose 42 pounds. But
And
the doctor said, what are you doing? And I said, Nutrisystem.
Wow.
And how soon after you started Nutrisystem did you start to see results?
It was right away with that Fast 5. I probably lost like 7 pounds the first week.
How about it?
After a couple of weeks of losing weight, I started feeling great, started the gym again. It's been a total transformation for me.
Oh, my gosh.
So, Nathan, do you feel like you have more energy, and has it affected your quality of life in general?
Absolutely. And just recently I went through the closet and found clothes that I haven't worn in 15 years. Put them on, and they fit great.
Oh,
it's like you go shopping in your own closet.
I know. And, because so many of us have 2 or 3 sizes of clothes in there, right? And it's nice to go back to the clothes from before when we weighed less. That's awesome. So, Nathan, what did you think of the food itself? Did you feel like, oh, I got to eat that again? Or were you looking forward to these choices? Did you like how they tasted?
You know what? I was kind of reluctant because my wife and I just home cooking for 20 years, and all of a sudden we're trying something new, and it took some getting used to, but it makes everything so simple.
Yeah.
And you can vary it, you can add vegetables, you can spice it up with spices and stuff, and it's palatable. It's very very easy to follow.
And you know what? I always say I learned how to keep my weight off when I was on the program. What have you learned since you've been on Nutrisystem that you're going to take forward into the rest of your life?
I think about what I'm eating. I look up calories. I actually read nutritional information. You guys haven't mentioned it, but there's a New Me app that goes along with the system. And when I started using it, probably 2 or 3 months in, it made everything super easy, super to follow. You can look up just about any food that you consider eating.
Yeah.
And does it fit the plan? Can I indulge in this? Will it last me? And you log your weight. It charts everything for you. It's a wonderful system.
It really is. And just in case anyone at home is thinking, I'm going to look it up. It's spelled M-U-M-I, New Me. It's great. It's a great app.
Excellent. Thank you for mentioning that, Nathan. I just find that this program, like you said, it's really good tasting. It's easy. You have less dirty dishes because you're not cooking, less time consuming. And then when you do go out, you learn to make smarter choices or to stop eating when you're full. That's because often at restaurants, they give you way too much food. You learn that certain combinations of foods are actually really great for your metabolism. And it's so motivating to see every time you step on the scale, you're still losing weight, and you're losing it at the right pace. I think sometimes these crazy diets, people lose a ton of weight and then you end up gaining it all back and then some, right? And this way you're losing it the smart way, right?
Absolutely. And you know what? You're not afraid of food anymore. You've gone through a radical transformation like my wife and I have. You don't fear going to a restaurant. If you go to a restaurant, you can eat reasonably. You can eat in a smart sense, and you're not afraid of eating. If you gain a pound or two, hey, I've lost 42 pounds in 4 months. I can drop that, no problem.
There you go. And I love it. You bring up a good point about fearing food. I was someone who thought about food all the time. I would wake up in the morning thinking about food. Like I thought about food at lunch. I thought about food at dinner. And then I would eat something, and then I had a lot of guilt associated with what I was eating.
Right.
And Nutrisystem took all that away. So for me, it took away guilt. For Nathan, it took away fear. And Nathan, what would you say to someone who's watching right now who is still like on the fence about maybe whether or not they should try it because they're just fearful that it won't work for them? What would you say to them?
You know what? If somebody had offered me a chance to expend what I spent on Nutrisystem for the weight loss that I've undergone, there's no question, no doubt about it. Don't regret it for a moment. I'm going to stick with the program for as long as I can because it's been a radical transformation in mine and my wife's lives. It's been great.
Fantastic. Well, Nathan, we thank you so much for your call, continued success, and thanks for shopping with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm going to toast a turbo
me
shake
too.
to his
Yes.
health.
Here we go.
Cheers to Nathan.
To Nathan and Nathan's wife.